here, my liege. Is this the game of war world? Yes, sir, indeed it is, sir. Yes, I am, sir. Yes, sir, we are the game of war, sir. It's just that it looks a little bit different than it was advertised to be. Little sire, it's just like the advertisement says, just like it. You got troops, you got monsters, you got everything. Is anything in this game anything like it was advertised to be? Well, of course, sir, Athena will guide you on your quest. Oh, good, at least we've got Kate Upton. Aye, sir, and she's waiting for you in her bath. Well, okay, I'll travel there. Thank you, officer. Please continue doing what you are doing. You mean standing around and getting stabbed in the face? Oh, I'm good at that, sir. Absolutely. Thank you. Bye, sir. Darn it. So I ventured forth, onward to Athena's bathroom.
How can I help you, my liege?
Well, that was weird. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Cheap Off the Rack. I'm your host, Matthew Hansen. Today, we're going over Game of War. First saw the advertisement for Game of War during the Super Bowl, like a lot of people did. They spent a lot of money to get that thing on there, and it wasn't a disappointing commercial. It had Kate Upton, like, with boobs. She always has boobs. You know what I mean, Kate Upton is hot. So I'm like, okay, this is going to be like a little action-adventure game, because that's sort of the idea that I got. There was a screen capture on the screen sometime during the ad, but I wasn't paying attention to that. I really should have known better because, you know, it's the App Store. How crazy can you get? During one of my earlier reviews for Venture Capitalism, I mentioned that they had ads on there, and most of the ads were actually for Game of War, so that kind of got me interested in the idea of Game of War. And when I downloaded it, which was about 3.5 weeks ago, because I'd planned on doing this whole elaborate thing for it, I got into the game, and I was promptly disappointed. Where was the Kate Upton? Yes, there was a little sprite of Athena, and she was, you know, our little guide and everything like that, but she really acts subservient to you. And that's not a big thing that I like about Athena. Athena is supposed to be such a powerful female figure, and it was just devolved in this game. I'm not just going to gloss past that, because there's a lot of issues with that in today's society when it comes to representation in video games. Females are just not as represented, and considering that they're at least half of the population, maybe represent them a little more in your games. Now, yeah, there was female, like, panels for you to play as, that's your player character or player card or whatever you say it is, but there wasn't any female troops that I saw. Now, I was playing this game for 3.5 weeks, so I'm pretty sure I would have seen them. The game is very similar to a game that we used to play online on the computers called Tribal Wars. It's basically the same thing, actually. Start out with your little city, you can start building your buildings in there, you got farms, you got logging camps, you got quarries, you got barracks, you got this, you got that, you got a whole bunch of things. When I first started the game, I just kept getting attacked and attacked and attacked and attacked from this one alliance that was right next to me, because they spawned me right next to an alliance hive, which is where there's a lot of people in an alliance that all live right next to each other, so that they can easily reinforce each other and kick the shit out of anyone who's around them. So I joined the first alliance that I saw and went off on a tangent. I eventually teleported away from the people who were hitting me to the alliance, and things were going well for a while. I was like number 10 in the alliance out of 100 or something like that. Most of the people weren't even playing the game anymore because they started it, they got pissed off, and then they left, which is probably what I should have done, but I didn't. I played this game for a good 3.5 weeks straight. Today is going to be my last day playing it, because now I don't have to anymore. I just wanted to get a really good idea so that I could pass it on to you. So, with our newfound strength, I started attacking the people around us, which was fine, because most of them weren't in alliances, or in alliances that were weaker than ours. But then eventually, a really big alliance just came. They teleported their cities right next to us, completely decimated us, and that was it. It's like all of the progress that we made throughout the entire 3 weeks that we were together was for nothing, which is exactly how Tribal Wars was. The big difference between this and Tribal Wars is Tribal Wars didn't have me buying shit all the time. Every time I opened it up, it didn't pull up an ad. It didn't pull up an ad that said, hey, pay us money and you'll be better at this, which is what I assumed that the majority of the people who were doing very well at the game did. We had one person in our alliance that was actually weaker than me and then came back the next day and he was a full level 21 stronghold, which is the highest level you can get, and then he started decimating us on his own. He obviously just paid a bunch of money to get so much better at the game, and this is the environment that we live in right now, but this game is so aggressive about trying to get you to spend money on this or that or this or that, that is just not worth your time. If you want to play a game like this, go online to Tribal Wars. Just search it in Google. I don't remember, it was tribalwars.net. I don't even know if it's still up. It was years ago that we played this game, but that game was better than this one. If this game would cut down on the ads just a bit, just that first panel that pops up right when you start the game up that says, hey, spend your money, you'll be better. If that was gone, this game would have gotten a much higher review from me. But because of that particular thing, as soon as you hop in the game, it's just like, hey, spend money. No, it's not worth it. Don't get it. And that is my review on Game of War. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you want to see more videos like this, hit subscribe. I'm Matthew Hunt, and this is Cheap Off the Rack. That there's the wool rabbit. He just escaped his cage, though.